Hello and welcome. I am so thrilled to be here with you today, lovelies, and welcome to your Tune Up Tuesday. This is the first of my weekly series I'm going to be doing every Tuesday. This Tune Up Tuesday, I think it is so important to bring about a feeling of wholeness. No matter, I know 2020 is long gone and we've stepped into 2021. But I think that what I have noticed and what I've been hearing from a lot of people is that there's still this feeling of uncertainty and some anxiety and uneasiness. And there's been a lot of change and a lot of things that have happened in whether that be in relationship or in your career or in your finances, that there's been a bit of a change, uncertainty, not for everybody, but for a lot of people. And I know a lot of people have been able to access a lot of good things and good changes over this past, 11 months now, 10, 11 months now. But nevertheless, life in and of itself can bring curveballs. And so my goal in doing these Tune Up Tuesdays is to bring you into a place of wholeness. If you're feeling a little wobble, feeling a little, unstable within, that this Tune Up Tuesday will help you to feel whole again so that you can just take the rest of the week by storm, basically feeling really, really good. The key to having everything that you want in your life is all around the vibrancy that you feel. And that vibrancy is created by your inner thoughts, your inner feelings, and those are all made up of sound frequencies. So my goal and my mission, as I said, is to really bring you into that frequency of divine love, to infuse the frequency of Jesus, Holy Spirit within you, to which another term for that is to infuse divine love into your spirit. And the benefit of that is that you are going to feel so amazing, so peaceful, and so full of love, so that as things come up around you, because we're all going to have our circumstances in life, nobody skates through, but as we do that, that we'll be able to look through eyes of love and instead of eyes of fear, and to really be able to raise ourselves up to have our frequency so much higher, that we will gain that higher divine perspective, which will allow us to have more interesting resolution, more creative thoughts. And that, of course, leads to a life of ease and grace. And who doesn't want that? I certainly do. And I'm pretty certain, if you're watching this, that you do as well. So I wanted to just give you a little parameter on what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be working with sound bowls. I'm going to be giving you a little bit of background on vibration and sound healing. Then I'm going to take you through a 10-minute sound bath. And then there'll be time at the end of this for Q&A for those of you that have any questions about anything. It doesn't have to be related to sound or vibration. I'm here just really to support you in whatever way that I can. And it would absolutely be my honor and my pleasure to do that. So today, as I said, we're going to start out with a bit of teaching around vibration and learning a little bit more about how, what does it mean to vibrate at the frequency of love? Well, I will tell you this, from what I understand and what science has proven, is that sound really has a way of flowing into your body. The vibration of sound has a way of flowing into your body, and it's very sublime, and it actually goes in and it entrains with lower vibration, and then it actually lifts that up. And so it keeps going in and trains with the lower vibration, lifts it up. That's why if you listen to a song that you absolutely love, just you put on a song and it just makes you want to get up and dance, or it just brings about this happiness. Have you ever noticed that you can literally go from feeling kind of wonky or sad if you put on your favorite song to just shifting almost immediately? Well, that's the beauty and the magic of sound. And although it has only really been in our culture, or our awareness, I should say, for the last 20 years as a means to bring wholeness and a means of well-being and peace, it is ancient. All the way back to Egyptian times, they used sound to heal. And also in the caveman times, they used drumming to bring about healing and to create a certain state of mind, because it works with your brain waves to bring about more balance between your left and right brain hemisphere, to bring them into more coherence and to heal. And you know, it's a lot. Then that sound goes underneath. And it really has the opportunity to heal. As I said, it entrains the lower vibration and lifts it up. So there's a lot of, you know, that you're really very much able to heal with the frequency of love. And that is super exciting. And it works on a physical level, it works on a mental level, it works on an emotional level. I've had experiences where I've used tuning forks, and there's been physical benefits from that, where it's relieved. I used to, you know, when my mom was alive and she had lung cancer and she would have tremendous pain in her arms, and uh, I would do the tuning forks on the areas that she was experiencing the pain, and it allowed her relief of that pain. It wasn't long lasting. I'm not saying that it healed her by any stretch of the imagination, but instead of taking so much pain medication, this was a natural way to give her some relief. And so there is great benefit to this. I also have used them on myself. There was a time where I was going through a lot of challenges and feeling depressed and sad. And I used my tuning forks my tuning forks are adapted to each of the chakras. And I did a chakra balancing. And as I was working with each chakra, I would notice that, you know, it would start to move, the energy would start to move, and it would start to lift, and it would move upward, spiral upward, and actually leave. And literally within 15 minutes, I went from a state of feeling really off and funky and depressed to feeling light and happy. Yes, actually joyful. So, you know, as I said, what's happening is the vibration brings your cells into their optimum healthy state. And so that's what we're going to be doing. So every Tuesday, I'll take you through a mini sound bath to help to bring about that feeling of well-being for you. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about the sound bowls that I'm going to be using today, and most likely every week, because I'm absolutely in love with these sound bowls. They are very special bowls. They've been infused with gemstones. And so this particular bowl here, you can see this, is infused with pink aura gold, and that works directly with unconditional love. And I want to read to you exactly what it does, because I want you to get it word for word. So this is a high frequency love alchemy. And it is unconditional. It's a combination of unconditional and courageous love. The pink aura gold resonates the enacting of all activities from a heart-centered origin. The radiant healing love source vibration guides the heart to inspire the mind. So that is getting you out of any fearful thoughts, any egoic thoughts, any paradigms that have been holding you back. It is allowing a connection between your heart and your mind, which is so powerful for you to move forward and to really reach those dreams that you would love to see manifest. The other bowl that I'm working with, this bowl here, it's actually this bowl is so powerful. It is rhodochrosite white light angel gold alchemy. And the rhodochrosite empowers healing and purification of your emotional body. The rhodochrosite amplifies joy, and the action of loving self fully through awareness of yourself's perfect beauty. The White Light Angel Gold Alchemy, which is the master healer energy of gold, it works powerfully to connect you with the angelic realm, enhancing the light body and angelic frequencies. So really connecting you to the Christ consciousness. So the combination of these two bowls together, they work with your root chakra, and they work with your heart chakra, and they work with the Christ consciousness. So what you're doing, in essence, what we're going to be doing when you listen to these frequencies together, it's so exciting. I absolutely, as I said, I'm in love with these, with this bowl set, is that it brings you to a place of anchored, uh, feeling very anchored in divine love, and that is priceless. It's priceless, and that alone, what that will do for you is to bring you back to who you are, the truth of who you are. And when you're in that place of knowing who you are, you will experience absolute joy, and the fear will just absolutely dissipate, because it is impossible for fear and love to coexist. You'll feel peaceful, you'll feel relaxed, you'll feel calm. And what I also love about sound vibration is that you don't have to spend time talking about your issues. The sound, it will liberate you from those issues, and it does so in a very kind and gentle and loving way. So let's go ahead, and I would love you to just relax, get comfortable. I will also want to give you a heads up that these, depending on how you're listening, your whether it be computer or iPad or your phone, you'll want to see how the sound comes through for you. Earbuds is actually optimal. It allows you to hear the sound in both ears, um, which creates this enhanced healing. And without getting into the mechanics of it today, I'll talk about it more in our future training calls. But if you can listen with headbuds, that's earbuds, then go ahead and do that. If not, you'll still get a great benefit from it. But you'll want to adjust the volume as it comes through. Just go ahead and make those adjustments. And let's see, is there anything else that I wanted to share with you about it? No, that is it. So let's go ahead and get started. So go ahead and get comfortable if you can. I realize that some of you may be at work, or that may not be possible for you to just sit down for 10 minutes without any interruptions. If it is, then go ahead and do that. Get yourself very comfortable, because the body loves to relax, and you will be able to receive more of the sound if you're in a more of a relaxed state. Wherever you're at, if it's possible to close your eyes, I encourage you to do that, and just allow these sounds to wash over you. Create an intention before we head into this. That's very, very powerful. It helps the sound to also be directed and to gain the result that you would love. You know, it's very, very important that we direct our energy, and so let's take a minute to guide that. And you can also ask if you have any connection to a higher being that you'd like to bring forth for you. If there's a loved one that maybe has passed, or that you would love to have their energy around you as well, then please go ahead and do that. I myself always bring in the energy of Jesus to guide me for your highest good. So go ahead, close your eyes, take a nice deep breath in. Let's take a couple breaths first, breathing in to the count of 4, holding it to the count of 4, and releasing it to the count of 4. And let's do a couple more of those, getting your body relaxed and your mind relaxed. Breathing in to a count of 4, holding it for a count of 4, and releasing as though you're blowing through a straw for a count of 4. One more time, inhaling to a count of 4, holding it to a count of 4, and releasing it to a count of 4. All right. All right. So just allowing yourself to open, allowing your heart to open, allowing anything that doesn't serve you to leave your body, and allowing what you would like to come in, opening to love. And gently, gently coming back into the present moment. Wiggling your feet, wiggling your wrists, and gently opening up your eyes. And just noticing how your body feels, noticing your inner world. Notice how you're feeling. Hopefully it's a state of peace, more relaxed than when you first started. And I'll put a hand over your heart, anchoring into this. So I have a few questions that came in. I want to answer these before we sign off for the day. This is a 30-minute call that we will be having on Tuesdays. And I know we have a few minutes left here, so I want to answer some of these questions. So the first one is in regards to how long does the sound vibration last in your body? And that's a great question. That's a really great question. So the sound vibration lasts in your body up to 72 hours. So up to 3 days. So even after this, it's continuing to work. It's continuing to, the other thing that the sound does is it creates more space because it's going in, it's entraining with those lower energies, it's lifting them up and out, it's creating more space. So that is working and happening for you as you know for the next 72 hours. So just the important thing here is to also drink lots of water, because anything that's been lifted up is floating around, and it helps to it just helps to cleanse your body if you drink a lot of water after this. And also, if you have the ability to get in a bath with some Epsom salts, that's also great. That Epsom salt continues to pull out the energies and to continue that purification and that cleansing. So thank you for that question. And let's see what else is here. Okay. Yeah. So how? It's a question here from Joan, and so the question is, if you're, if you're, I want to get this right. So if you're in a place where you're feeling really wobbly and you're feeling super anxious, how often can you do this? And so that's another great question, Joan. So the answer to that is, I usually say every few days. You know, the vibrations are lasting within your body. So some people do the sound work every day, just like you listen to music every day. Just it's really is individual as far as how your body's receiving it and experiencing it. But as a rule of thumb, I tell my clients to work with the sounds every 3 days. They can listen to something. And and the other interesting thing about that, Joan, is that the feedback that I've gotten is that listening to from my clients is that even if they listen to the exact same recording that we did in their session, that they will have a whole different experience the second time around. And that's because your body is processing, your body's changing. Think about it. Your body's different every day, depending on how much sleep you get, the type of foods you eat, the type of thoughts you're having, the things that are going on in your life. If you're, all those things are affecting you on a daily basis. So you're a different person every day. And as you're doing this work and you're lifting things up, new things will surface. So it's really quite interesting. And if you had an experience that wasn't absolutely joyful with this, that's okay too. Every experience you have is beneficial. And every experience is going to be different for yourself as well as for every person experiencing it. You're gonna, Susie, you'll have a experience different than Joan, and Joan will have an experience different than Jane. So you're all different, and you don't want to do a comparison of how you're responding to something. I will tell you this, I have a client and she had several really good experiences. Then she had one that didn't feel as good in her body. But then the next day, she said she felt absolutely amazing. So just trust that the sound goes where it's needed. It's doing what it's supposed to do, and it may be lifting up some things that are stuck. And those things, when you're processing them, when they're floating around, that may not feel exceptionally well while that's happening. But as it clears out, you're going to feel lighter and brighter. So the goal here, again, always moving towards that frequency of Jesus. And these are beautiful sounds to infuse. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for the questions. I want to respect your time. And so until next Tuesday, I'm super honored to have spent this time with you. Thank you for showing up. And for those of you watching the replay, thank you for taking this time for you. And if you will pop down into the comment section and just post a word of your experience with this, that would be fantastic. And really, if you have any other questions, post them in the Facebook group, and I'm happy to answer them. Till next week, sending you lots of love. Bye for now.